So Tetrapoda, the first class in Tetrapoda is class Amphibia, and we are going to discuss their origin and evolution, and then we will discuss their general characteristics, the body forms, and finally we will discuss their classification. Right. So along the history of the evolution of the fishes, we know that the Sarcopterygii, that's the last class of bony fishes, they started to have their limb girdles, and limb girdles and the lobe type fins or fleshy fins are very homologous to the limbs or the legs and arms of the higher chordates which we see today. They had a similar patterns of the bones developed into their limbs, and those limbs enabled them to walk on or crawl their body on or drift dry surface or the swampy areas along the aquatic environment. The first group which came out of the water, and that was a group of the fishes which are very close to the amphibians, are crustarigians. Right, you can see their illustration in this diagram. This is an extinct or fossilized group, but they were actually fishes, but they spent some of the time of their life on the dry land as well to explore new habitats. So these are known as the ancestors of the current modern day amphibians. They did not have gills, instead, they had the internal nostrils, and they had those nostrils connected to their swim bladders, by which they opened their mouth, engulfed the air, and filled their swim bladders with the fresh air to do the gaseous exchange. A primitive lung exists that enabled them to respire when they were walking or moving on the dry lands. Here you see the structure of their limbs, their fins. So these are the crostarigian. This is an Ichthyostega. These are two different types of the fishes. They are the most primitive one, which started to come out of the water or which started to develop those features which enabled them to become amphibians. Their homologous structures of their fins and their modern day animals or early amphibians limbs, there you see the bones are of the similar shape, but and they are similar in arrangement, but they in the early amphibians they are highly developed to lift their body and give them skeletal and locomotory support. Okay, but we see that they have been already evolved in the lobe fin fishes. That is the start of their evolution from the fish to the amphibians. As you see that in the lobe fin, those digits or those phalanges in their fins started to evolve and become the fingers or true phalanges in the early amphibians that enabled them to walk on the land. You can read these captions and they are self-explanatory. Based on these all evolutionary evidences, and they are looking at the first fossilized record of Ichthyostega and Crostarigian fishes, it was concluded that 345 million years ago was the time when the first amphibians appeared and they moved on to land. Ichthyostega were their ancestors and they possess several adaptations in addition to their jointed limbs. Ichthyostega, these are the type of the fish which for the first time came out of the water and started living and spending extended period of the time on the land, and they were the first animals who could respire in the dry terrestrial environment using their developed respiratory system, and they had strong vertebrae to lift and support their body. Their associated muscles to their vertebrae and their limbs, they were arranged in such a fashion that they could support their locomotion. New muscles developed in these animals which could help to raise their head on the land. Then they have strengthened shoulder and the hip girdles and have a protective rib case which is more stronger as compared to those in the fishes, and their ear became modified to detect the sound waves from traveling in the air. And then there was a change in their head structure, skull structure, where their face becomes shortened and the snout becomes enlarged to give them the face, animal or amphibian-like face.